It's time to read the #1 book in the world. I'm not gonna burp you guys
Shock, can I... Oh.
and feed you gerber baby food. You know, I had to do it. I had to go ahead and research the Bible, research the history of Jesus Christ. So I'm not gonna do your work.
I highly doubt you even read it.
I think ShockofGod's read it.
Yeah,
I'll be honest, I tried to find out that book read really long, no offense.
It is not boring. It is the most exciting book. Give me a book that you've read that's exciting.
I don't think we've read the same Bible.
Give me a book that you've read that's exciting.
Anonymous Rex by Eric Garcia.
Guys. Hey, one of you guys give me a good part of that book, that exciting book. Give me one of the most exciting parts of the book, and I bet I can blow it away with the Bible, with
did you know that
historical Bible occurrence. Go ahead.
Did you know that the chief of David's captains killed a bunch of men at one point? And it's told in 2 different parts of the Bible.
One of the good parts of the book,
Yeah, 2 Samuel 23:8, it says he killed 800 men, and in 1 Chronicles 11:11 it says he killed...
Oh, we're not going to talk about atheism genocide. You guys have killed more in a week than the Inquisition could do in 3 centuries.
No, that's not what I'm
Certainly
addressing.
you have blood.
That's not what I'm addressing. That's not...
You stole that verse from the video.
No, I can actually recite the verses to you right here. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had, the Tachomite that sat in the sea, chief among the captains, the same one that Dino the ensign. He lifted up his spear against 800 whom he slew at one time. The other one says, and this is the number of the mighty men whom David had, Jashobeam and Hachmonite, the chief of the captains. He lifted up his spear against 300 slain by him at one time.
And the point is,
The point is, it contradicts.
they don't contradict each other. Dude, I've heard that one a million times. I've heard that one a million times. Give me something more difficult. And by the way, you guys avoided the question. You were going to tell me the most exciting part, the most exciting part of the book you read. I'm asking you the question. You skipped over it. You
I'd
said
say
you
the
read.
fight at the end of the first Scott Pilgrim.
Okay, tell me. You just said.
Listen.
You just said that you've never read the Bible. Have you read the Bible or haven't you?
No.
Okay, well then if you haven't, then go read it, shut up, and go read it, and then come back. You're not qualified to talk.
You asked me.
See,
You asked me.
I asked you if you read it, and you said no. You're not qualified to talk
To
about
give
it.
you another example.
You're not. Who here has read the Bible? Who here has read the Bible?
Are you saying reading the Bible in its entirety?
No, who here has read the Bible?
I've read the
I
Bible.
want to know from someone that's actually read it.
Hey, Shock, I read the Bible.
I read it. I read the Bible.
Shock, I read the
No,
Bible.
El, you just lied. You said you haven't. Okay.
No, I never said that.
Okay, LL Ryan, then I'm going to ask you a question. If you read the Bible, did Jesus say that you're already condemned right now, present tense?
Can you read that?
Okay, if you read the Bible, did Jesus say in the Bible that you, right now, are already condemned, present tense, because you're an atheist? Did he say that? Give me a second.
I think the answer is no.
Okay, who's next?
Shock, can I ask a quick question?
The answer is yes.
Can I ask a quick question? Shock, can I ask a quick question about the Bible?
Well, could someone answer? Yeah, hold on. Before you ask the quick question, has any atheist here read the Bible? No wonder you guys are atheists. What do you guys wasting your time doing? The Bible or no? Okay, I'm going to ask the question. I know we've been itching to talk about this.
Shock, can I ask my question first?
You guys say that
Alright. My chat's completely gone quiet. Can anyone hear me?
Okay, I can't hear anything.
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Alright, because I have a question for you guys before... Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to ask, what do you think of Conservapedia's project to wipe out liberal bias in the Bible?
Blue, hold on, man. Give me about 3 minutes.
Alright then.
Shock, I'm right here. Can you repeat that again? I didn't hear it.
What's ShockofGod doing? What's going to take him 3 minutes?
I have no idea. Do you guys know what he asked me? Because I was in the middle of something else.
No idea. By the way, I'm recording this.
He asked me a specific question about the Bible.
I forgot, sorry.
Which is irrelevant anyway, because just because you read parts of the Bible doesn't mean that you know every single freaking word of it.
Unless you're like him, you just read it all day, every day. Oh, Shock's listening. Shock,
Yeah, like, I can't give you specific words out of such a big book.
Shock, what do you think of Conservapedia's Bible project, in which they're going to wipe out liberal bias in the Bible?
Oh, I haven't heard about that, but I do think liberalism, at least in America,
You haven't heard of it?
Totally believe liberalism's evil. I totally believe it. I haven't looked at it, but I like the sound of it. I haven't heard about that.
Basically, what it is
I think liberalism.
Conservapedia is basically taking the Bible and taking out parts it doesn't like. Basically, parts which it thinks are too liberal. Do you think that's right? The fact that they're just taking bits out that they don't like.
Where it's at.
Well, what I've noticed is, and no offense to you, Blue, but I notice atheists will tell me something, and then when I go investigate it, it's not anything like what they said.
Go look it up for yourself.
So I doubt very much it's what you said, but I doubt that. But I will send me the link and I'll look at it. But I will say this: I don't see liberalism in the Bible. Give me a passage that shows liberalism. Of course, kind of hard since none of you atheists have ever read the Bible. Come on, guys. Listen, if you guys are going to get into the arena and you want to start talking about Scripture and the Bible stuff, you better read it, because you're going to make fools out of yourself. You're going to make literal fools out of yourself. Even
Shock, I'm going to quote the page.
Let's say I read the Bible, right? And I was an atheist. I would never, ever go into the debate and say, well, this Bible is a bunch of crap, you know, and they say, well, have you read it? No. Don't you guys get how you lose credibility? I'm just trying to help you. You lose all credibility if you don't read the Bible.
Well, I told you my reading. You're not reading it.
Well,
Shock,
you can't
links
really
up.
criticize something you haven't read.
Who was Abijam's mother in the Bible?
Can I quote to you the first few sentences, Shock?
Hey, dude, go read the Bible and then come contact me.
I'm asking you what's in the Bible.
Yeah, hold on, because I answered Blue.
Why can't you just answer?
Blue, I answered. Could you guys shut your mics off while we're talking back? Okay, I answered Blue's question. And Blue, I'm going to pull up the link and I'm going to look at it and I'll give you my answer, okay? But while I'm looking at that link, I want you guys to provide proof and evidence that atheism is accurate and correct, since 95% of the world believes it's a bunch of crap. Okay? Think about it. What proof and evidence
Where did you get
shows
that?
that atheism is wrong? That atheism is even true?
Even guys, come on.
Yes, 95% of the world admits a God exists.
We can look it up.
Well, no. Here's what you're going to do.
I didn't ask you to repeat it. I just asked you where'd you get that from.
You can go to Wikipedia, you can go to Conservapedia, you can go to anywhere and do world religions, comparative world religions. 95% of the world believes a God exists. Now, I'll be the first to admit to you guys, they're all trying to reach God different ways, but they're sure as hell ain't atheists. They believe a divine being, so to speak, exists. Less than 5. Now, I know you guys, because you live on YouTube like I do. I know YouTube is more like YouTube. Dude, go read the Bible and get back with this. Go.
That has nothing to
Read
do
the
with
Bible and
Didn't you
get back
say
with this.
China was a forced
But
atheism?
here's our
That really has nothing to do
China's
with
government. China's government is atheist. China's government. I'm answering. China's government is officially state atheist sanctioned government. However, the awesome, wonderful, beautiful people of China, the Christianity is exploding over there. It is exploding. Yes, China's government is secular. He's topping it. He's typing it in. Christianity is just exploding. So here's the problem, guys. You have no proof and evidence that atheism is accurate and correct. We know the universe had a beginning, so we have to believe nature, invented itself. And yet atheists contradict each other. One says God can exist. One says it's impossible for God to exist. Nephilim Free and I and every Christian I know on YouTube says God exists. But atheists say God can exist, but also know it's impossible. He can't exist. So what is it, guys? Does God exist or doesn't exist? Okay, I'm going to give you guys as much time as you want. Sell me on give me some proof and evidence why atheism is accurate and correct. Not opinion. Something I can research, like, the universe having a beginning, which pretty much points to a creation.
Is the lack of evidence for theism.
That's why I left atheism. I left atheism well, you haven't read the Bible, so we probably shouldn't ask you because you're really disqualified because you've never even read the Bible.
ShockofGod, I have my proof and evidence.
You haven't looked at the Bible.
I have my proof and evidence.
Actually, none of you guys have read the Bible. So what proof and evidence?
I have proof and evidence.
Do you guys have that atheism is accurate and correct?
I have proof and evidence.
Good.
I told you I'm not an atheist. I'm just don't believe in the Bible.
The Bible you haven't read, yeah, right.
Shock, do you remember my video a while back?
No, but go ahead. You can talk about it. What proof and evidence do you have? Like, where can I look at this? I can research it. Not your opinion. Not what you just say.
Shock, I prayed.
Can look at it.
I
sort
prayed.
Of like the proof and evidence of the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Bible,
science. I prayed sincerely. And I asked for any sign whatsoever that there was a God out there, and I was sincere. You know me, ShockofGod. I'm not one to be a liar. I was sincere, and I got nothing. That tells me. That's
do you believe God exists?
I'm open to it.
Let's see how honest you are. Do you believe God exists?
I'm open to it.
Okay, then why haven't you read the Bible? You're biased, man. You're biased. You're not open to it. You're close-minded. You're not a free thinker.
But I've not read I've not read any religious text.
Why haven't you read the #1 book of the world?
If I haven't read any religious text or the God delusion or anything like that, how am I biased?
I didn't believe in the Bible.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Didn't exactly read it all the way, but I did hear some scriptures from it, like Sodom and Gomorrah, and I just don't think a God that's all-loving would do that.
Shock, can you just tell?
Oh, I think so.
Can you just tell me why my prayer wasn't right?
You guys.
Can you just tell me why my prayer didn't work?
Could he just snap his fingers and make them all good?
Sovereignty, God's personality. God is just as terrible as he is wonderful. He's the lion that cannot be tamed. God is all loving. but sometimes God's all love requires him to do something to us that is inhumane, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't discredit him at all.
But if he has
On
all
the
the
prayer
power in
thing,
the world, can he just snap his fingers and make all
Let me
the
answer
people
Blue's.
gone?
Let me answer Blue's question.
I don't any of
Let me answer Blue's question.
actually doing any of the
Blue.
things he's doing.
Blue, I had an atheist call up. You probably heard the clip.
World's
That
a
was
pretty
not
big
some
place.
friend of mine. That was a real atheist calling up, and he said, "Well, why doesn't God answer my prayer?" And the guy didn't even believe that God existed. It is obvious that you're confused. You don't know if God exists, yet you're not sure. How much longer are you going to sustain your life in this state of suspense? Why
Thing
not
is,
read the
if
Bible?
anything had
I'm going
happened,
to give you guys some.
if anything had happened, well, I prayed sincerely for anything to show me that
And
God
let's be
existed.
back here.
Is
But
that-
do this.
Is that not fair on
Go
me?
here.
Is that not fair on me for him to not respond to me being sincere and asking?
Actually, it's the complete opposite, Blue. Blue, it's the complete opposite. The majority of the world believes God exists. Over 90% of the world population, you can't say 90% of the people are all wacko.
Actually, I
There's
looked into that
the
on
wacko
Wikipedia, like you said, and I'm gonna post
Yeah, it's
a
over
link
90%,
that shows
man.
that it's not over 95%, like you said before.
Yeah, it's over 90%.
Full of crap. I don't want to hear it.
Shock, I just don't see how it's fair that if I pray sincerely to ask for any evidence that there's a God out there,
really seeing
and he rejects me.
anyone saying Wikipedia.
Actually, the problem is the theists are wonderful. Theism has over 90% of the world in its pocket on their side. It is atheism that is struggling in its meager existence to get people to follow its worldview. And I suggest to you it is because it is not the rational worldview.
I think the atheism numbers
The
are
majority of the world
Shock.
does not believe.
Less than
in
50%.
Christianity, you guys got a lot of catching up to do.
Less than half the
A
people.
lot.
Less than half the people in the world are Christian. Does that mean that Christianity is wrong because less than 0.5% believes in Christianity?
Over 90% of the world believes God exists. Over 90% of the world believes
No,
God
no,
exists.
believe in
I
Christianity.
will concede
Believe that Jesus
they're
was
trying
God.
to reach God. I listen what I'm saying. I'm saying it. Over 90% of the world, and it's more like 95%, does believe a creator, a God exists. Okay? Now, I conceded, of course they're trying to reach God through different. They believe what Jesus said, where he said, no one comes to the Father but through the Son. And if you look, like someone was saying in the room here, why don't you follow Muhammad? Muhammad was just a man, guys. He never claimed to be sinless. So to meet God's standard, we have to have absolute perfection. God cannot be around sin. He has to judge it. And no one's going to get a free ride. Either we're going to take the salvation that Jesus gave us, or we're going to pay for it ourselves. All I'm saying is, you know what? I've researched Jesus Christ. He is a historical person. People died saying that they saw him raised from the dead. All the New Testament scholars agree. The majority of all the main New Testament scholars agree that they did see Jesus rise from the dead. And they even died for their belief in doing so. Plus, he's a person of history. Plus, if you guys would read the Bible, you would see he is awesome.
Shock. Less than 50%. Less than 50%.
You ain't ever going to read
About that Bible thing,
words like he said.
I wanted to ask, are you Lutheran or Catholic or other?
I'm a Christian.
Shock. I just want to say that according to
Like Protestant Christian.
according to Wikipedia, monotheism accounts for less than 50% of the globe, of the population of the world. Does that mean monotheism isn't correct?
Yeah, according to Wikipedia. Are you honestly stupid enough to
all
believe
the
Wikipedia?
over
Wikipedia is one of the
90%,
most. Wikipedia is.
Over 90% of the
Well, yeah, people can go on Wikipedia
believes
page
that God exists.
mess up the information.
Now, why is it?
Why would anybody,
Why is it that?
spend all the time just to do that?
Why is it that under 4% of the world population is atheist if they're born as atheists, or if atheism is the default position? Why are so many people fleeing atheism? They're rejecting atheism in droves. Christianity is the #1 world religion, so you can't really say Christianity is nothing.
Actually, atheism is increasing.
You got a lot of catching up to do.
Humanity has a need for answers.
What do you mean by catching up?
About 4% of the world population is atheist, and some of those are atheists.
Where are you getting your statistics?
Just Google it, man.
Yeah, I've been watching
Just
your
type in
videos
world
and a lot of your
religions.
statistics
It's all
are just
over the place.
wrong.
They're all. Now I always point to the source. I always have a link underneath it. You don't like
They're just gonna trust some random
Okay,
site.
then let me ask you guys. You pick a number. What percentage of the world? And I want you to give me an accurate number because I'm going to show you what the actual percentage is. What percentage of the world would you say is atheist?
A very small number.
Well, if I were to make a guess, I'd say that's-ish range.
No, believe me, when I do the videos and I quote all the sources, I make sure because I know the atheists are going to pounce on it. It's about 5%. And this is worldwide.
What do you mean you disable all comments coming from atheists?
Well, you guys, you've seen how you guys act. You've seen how people cuss and how you leave that. And you guys will leave dishonest. And then you delete your friends.
That's plenty of atheists that didn't cuss.
Incorrect.
You disabled their comments.
No, actually, you guys will leave just the most. You know how disgusting you atheists are. You leave the most disgusting thing. You harass my female subscribers. So this is why I do it. I don't run an atheist channel. I run a Christian channel. So I don't just let you guys say any type of filth that you want to say on it. But the overall atheist percentage is 5%. Now, within that 5%, some of you guys will be Christians. I guarantee.
Shock, I refute your claim. I'm not on a site now called
Where are you getting that information?
numbers
You have an answer
are
to
in-
that.
adherence.com. Non-religious is 16%.
Christian.
I'd just like to point out that not
Because
all
you guys are even
atheists
admitting that God
understand
can. You haven't even read the Bible yet.
Check that link I just sent you. It's on adherence.com, which is a trustworthy site. Non-religious accounts for 16% of the globe. 33% is Christianity. That means about half Christianity.
Okay,
I haven't read the Bible
Wikipedia,
yet,
right?
but I have heard a lot about it.
Sorry?
Wikipedia is not credible. How many do we have to say that?
It's not Wikipedia. It's called adherence.com. It's a religion.
Come on. Well, I can go to Conservapedia. They're not credible either.
I'm not on Wikipedia. I'm not on Wikipedia. It's on adherence.com, which is a religious statistics website.
You guys just have to. You have to just look. Let me read something to you. Can I read something to you guys? Can I read something to you guys about atheism and give me your opinion? This is scholarly. The U.S. government statistics looked it up. CIA statistics, they do like worldwide religions, largest armies, all that stuff. You can look it up. Now, I'm going to read you guys something, what it says, and you tell me if this is incorrect. If Wikipedia Wikipedia got this wrong, okay? So I'm at the Wikipedia site and I'm reading about atheism. Listen closely, okay? This is what it says about atheism. It's depressing. It says, one of the most common criticisms of atheism, that denying the existence of a God leads to moral relativism, leaving one with no moral or ethical foundation, or renders life meaningless and miserable. And we do know that atheists have most common and atheists, So do you? What do you guys think your purposes in life? Because I don't know any atheists that have purposes in life. They go just to live and then die. So is that what you guys think? Like, what are you guys going to do in your life that's so
just
great?
Make it whatever you want to be. That's it.
So what do you guys? What's your goals in life? What are you going to do that's going to be so great as an atheist? You're going to like contribute this great thing to society. I'll get off the mic and let you guys talk about all the wonderful things you're going to do under the banner of atheism.
Firstly, ShockofGod, I want to refer you to this website, www.adherence.com, which is
We're not meaningless
which
and
is
miserable. Not every single one of us. That is stereotypical.
this site is a religious statistics
Right,
site.
Wikipedia, because that's what they got on Wikipedia.
What do you mean? Shock, can you hear me?
Do you want me to go on Wikipedia and change that right now? Anyone can change that at any time.
Sure, go ahead, Matt. Good luck. Go change it. Type in atheism and go change it there. It's on the Wikipedia page. You might want to pray to God before you do it.
ShockofGod, can I ask you? Can you hear me?
Well, Blue, you guys were going to talk about your purpose in life.
I've been trying to ask this for quite a while. Sorry.
What's the purpose of an atheist in life? Like, why are you guys here? Why are you living?
I shall point you to a site called adherence.com,
I already answered that.
which
Your
is a
purpose just to make it
religious
whatever you wanna be. You wanna
statistics
do- that's
site.
your purpose. Really, just that simple.
purpose is to reproduce.
16% of the globe is atheist,
Okay, so power
or non-religious, or agnostic.
says to reproduce. Power, are you on your fifth one? Okay, Power, so my purpose is to reproduce. Okay. And then a real cool guy says, okay, real cool
No, I
guy,
think
what's
he was
your
just
purpose
joking.
personally?
I want to tell you what I want to do in my life. If
I don't
that's
really
alright?
know. But every day I'm not like depressed like when you say all atheists are.
I want to tell you what my
I'm just quoting what Wikipedia said. It said one of the... Oh, go ahead.
what I want to do in life is I want to make people happy. I want to make music that touches people. I also want to go into the conservation of crocodiles, crocodilians. Basically, I want to help people. I also want to help animals. I want to basically touch people. Not in that, with
Now,
music.
Tell me why you want to do that.
Because to me, music.
Dragon King and I are on the same page.
To me, music is my life, and I want other people to feel that way. I also want. I'm not sure if you know this, but I'm a pacifist. I don't like to see people suffer.
I go next.
I just want people around me to be happy, and that's what I strive for. I want people around me to enjoy themselves, and that's what I try my best to do.
Can you just look up the burden of proof for me?
What was it again? Say it again, L.
Means.
L, 95% of the world, man. You're the 5% Wile E. Coyote worldview. We've already proved God exists. Over 95% of the world.
I thought we got
You
over this.
obviously
Don't talk to me. Don't talk.
Hey, I still haven't answered you.
Wait.
Shock of God, 16% of the globe is non-religious.
Just don't respond. Can you just promise that you'll look up what burden of proof means? That's all I ask.
Promise you'll read the Bible. Promise you'll read...
Shock of God, I want to get this across to you.
I will.
Okay, you're pretty biased when you say, what are you afraid of? What are you so...
Shock of God. The
Chicken.
Shock of God.
With his tail between his evolved tail between his legs. Hey, do it. Why do it since we're all just evolved animals, like you guys believe, and we're all, the universe is all just gonna die a heat death? Big deal. It's all meaningless. There's no purpose to it. It's just you're here today, gone tomorrow. You're in the dirt. It's not gonna change anything.
Long time away.
No, you're gonna die in less than 100 years old. So what's the point if you're just gonna die? In other words, why would you be wasting your time in this chat room if you're all just gonna die?
They're doing some downloading.
If I believe that, I wouldn't be wasting my time in the chat room with my precious seconds of my life ticking away. Not that I don't think I'm wasting my time with you guys, but I think you're wasting your time with me because your worldview, talking to me, is a waste of time. Because we're all just going to die and go into the dirt. See, but if I talk to you, it's not a waste of time because I believe what Jesus Christ said, that there is a heaven, there is a hell. You know, when Jesus was talking, he would say,
Maybe part of life is just trying to find out what your purpose is.
well, I'm telling you the Bible.
Alright, Sean, just to prove how easy it is to change stuff on Wikipedia, go back and look at that page now.
Shock of God.
Alright, I will.
Shock of God. I want to point you. I want to point you to add
Yeah,
her.
they always change it right back after you change it.
I
Because I know a bunch of atheists, they change it, but then they change it right back.
want to point you to adherence.com, a proper
You know what you should do is
religious
you should change it
statistics
like
website.
80% of the world's atheists. Still.
A proper religious studies statistics website, adherence.com, says that 33%
Over like
33% of the
95% of the world believes in a God. Over 5% of the world believes that there is not a God.
bloody
I know
lag.
for a fact.
No, 5%.
I just changed the first line just to show how easy it is.
In the 5%, some of those are like you guys, even admitting that God can't exist. You know, do you know that most of the astronauts, I was looking at the astronauts, a lot of these astronauts, most of them, the famous ones, they believe.
Okay, what do astronauts have to do with anything in this?
Well, they've been up there and
So?
they've seen the universe better than you have. I think, don't you think that carries some credibility?
No, the people who've seen the universe better are
Well,
the
but anyway, so what's your purpose?
people who've seen the universe
So,
better.
Blue, so you die, and you just go into the dirt. Do you guys all believe you go into the dirt, or do you? Because there are some atheists I know that believe they become some energy or something.
Well, you do. Your body's recycled.
Hooray for the nitrogen cycle.
So do you believe what Dane Cook said about? You heard what Dane Cook said about atheism, that they believe, some believe that you come back as a tree.
Well, the energy that
Dude,
comes
he's
from
a
your
comedian. He makes jokes. It's his job.
I've actually heard atheists say that they're recycled, similar to what Blue Juggernaut said, and they come back as, you know, a different life form.
I never said that second bit.
The one religion. We don't all believe in the same thing. Atheism just means a person doesn't believe in a God. They can believe, like, one can have one view on something and the other can have another view on something.
I believe Squirtle is my savior. Hooray for Pokemon.
I second Squirtle.
Shock, have you looked at that website I sent you yet?
What was the one? It was like the grass type. It was like, you know, obviously since that's water, it wasn't really effective that much. What Pokemon was that again?
All of a sudden.
Guys, has anyone looked at this link I've sent?
Charmander. I miss Pokemon from the Game Boy.
Make a new one.
Kid jump, kid.
You believe this? This is what... So he's laughing at my beliefs, and finally I just snapped back. What about you? Okay, what about you? Alright? What happens to you after you die? Then we get very serious, like he's gonna school me, okay?
You actually believe this actually happened?
After I pass on, my body will become one with this earth. And with that, I will return as a huge, beautiful tree. I know when he dies, he does become a tree. Wouldn't it be fantastic if while he was out there just enjoying his treeness, through the woods a huge sweaty guy with an axe comes along, sees him, chops him down, smash, put a chain around him, drag him through the mud and the muck, throw him into a sawmill, grind him up, then you pound him down into paper. Once he's paper, you print the Bible on him.
Not as funny as Billy Connolly.
Relevance?
You heard it. The Bible's made out of atheists.
Shock of God should be thankful.
Yes. Where's my buddy Blue? Blue, can I ask you something? And I'm not joking because I do mean this 100% respect.
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever lost anyone close to you that you love?
I've lost my dog, I've lost my nan, I've lost my grandma, I've lost my granddad, and that was all within 2-3 years. And that was a couple of years ago.
Now, let me ask you this. Have you guys ever seen my True Ghost Story video? I'm not going to play it here because it's like 20 minutes long. But I'm telling you guys the honest to God truth. I was messing around with the Ouija board. This was when I was an atheist, like junior high school and stuff. And I was really trying to conjure something up, right? And all of a sudden, a lot of weird things started happening in the house, and my dad got attacked by... I'm not making this up! Some of you atheists always make fun of me, go, oh, it was a gas leak. There was a gas leak in the house that went up my dad's pant leg or something. But people were getting hit and slapped in the house, and no one was there. So, how do you guys explain, how does atheism explain ghosts? Because it is obvious that there's something there. Do you believe it's just a natural phenomenon?
Aren't you just either supposed to go to heaven or hell?
There's a program called Most Haunted in the UK. I'm not sure if you know it. There's a program called Most Haunted in the UK. And they have everything. They have cameras, tapes, recordings, everything except for a ghost. And it's gone on for years. They've never ever caught a ghost. And these are the most haunted places in Britain, apparently.
I've seen all types of video evidence. All types of it. You can go on YouTube. I'm not talking about the phony ones, the phony ones. But there's a show here in the U.S., and I'll give you an example. You guys should really look, and I'm telling you the truth. I'm not exaggerating or trying to make a funny video. It's called My True Ghost Story. I do it on a motorcycle, and I did not see the ghost. I'll be honest with you, and I was scared to death. I didn't want to see it. But my mom got hit by it. My dad saw it. And there's even a video at my satellite channel, ShockofGod. I think they have a video there of my dad, where my dad's talking about the ghost and stuff. So, do you guys... I mean, there's obviously something there. So what do you guys think it is? If it's not something supernatural, is it some natural phenomenon, or you just reject it altogether?
I just find it strange that when people actually go looking for them on TV, they never ever find them.
I'm not saying all, but I believe most are, not actually ghosts.
I watched the film Paranormal Activity 2 the other day.
I can't make an opinion.
Well, what about the ones that are? I mean, in other words, see, here's after I did the Ouija board thing, and I'm going to tell you guys, do I believe the Ouija board has powers? Of course not. Yeah, there's my Arizona killer said, no, yeah, let's do this one. Probably heard by now, unfortunately. Unfortunately, there's
No, there's no actual proof that that channel was
It says
actually
Arizona
his.
shooting targets. Arizona shooting targets. U.S. Congresswoman.
As I've said before, I think he might have been an
You know about
atheist.
Shaka Shite? Oh, well, what I was going to say is, so how do you, when I did the Ouija board and our house started having all these weird things and apparitions and people getting hit and stuff, and my dad, who was really atheist, him actually seeing it, and I've seen actual footage of atheists, the staunchest skeptic in the world, saying, you know what, I believe. They saw something, whether it be a dark shadow or whatever, something that hits them. So there is something there. There was a lady that came in here, you guys, she did it as a business. And you know what she said? I said, well, couldn't it be a natural phenomenon? And she said, I believe that some are natural phenomena. I go, and she said, but I do believe some are more demonic. And I said, well, how could it be natural? She said, well, I think, and this is what she said, okay, I don't know if it's true, but it makes sense. She goes, I think it's a recording of some sort, like stuck in time, like even Einstein talked about this, you know, how you can go faster, if you go faster than the speed of light, you know, you can turn back time, etc., you know, so, that's what she believed, but she said, I totally know some are demonic.
I just want to say that it's human instinct to, when the brain becomes tense, when you get scared, your brain naturally picks out far more than it usually does, and it makes things up. Say, you know, you always get that corner of your eye sort of feeling where you think you see something in the corner of your eye. That's your body being tense and looking for things that aren't actually there. That usually explains a lot of these things that people apparently see. There are other things, but that is usually the main cause. The sort of corner of your eye, your brain's tense and looks for things that aren't there, sort of thing.
Right, like what Ethan's saying, you know, this was my mom and dad, you know, people I trust just as much as you guys would trust your mom and dad. My mom and dad, my sister, my aunt, my grandmother on my dad's side, and my grandfather on my dad's side, all of them had something like that. But where it leaves a mark, I've had muscle spasms, and everyone's had muscle spasms, but I think when that many people are getting hit, and we don't even tell them that, hey, we feel there's something in this house, and they comment to you know what, there's something weird about this house. I am going to go with the logical, rational conclusion. Well, my dad saw it. My mom got hit by it. My aunt and my sister heard it. My grandfather was getting little rocks thrown right where he was trying to paint the outside of the house. Was Piglet talking? I didn't know. So, that's the thing is, I mean, haven't you guys seen the countless videos of UFOs and ghosts and spirits? I can believe that UFOs are like military craft. But this ghost spirit thing,
I want to give an example.
I do say there's a lot of...
I want to give an example. Do you know Billy Connolly, ShockofGod, comedian, Scottish guy?
Yeah.
You do. He, in one of his stand-ups recently, he used an example where he had this big house and he had this big sort of tower on it, and he had some friends over who stayed in the tower for a couple of nights. The first night they slept in, they came down, and he says, "I was just asleep." They said, "Oh, it was alright, really nice." And then he said something like, "So you didn't see the ghost then?" Basically saying, yeah, basically said, "You didn't see the ghost then?" They were like, "What ghost?" Next night they claimed to see loads of ghosts. Does that not seem a bit suspicious to you? The fact that the first night they don't see anything, they have a fine night's sleep, but as soon as they get the feeling that there might be a ghost there, when someone says, "Did you see the ghost?" they start apparently seeing these ghosts. Is that not the brain telling you things that aren't actually there, showing you things that aren't actually there?
go ahead, Power. I hope you're not driving, Power.
Oh no, I'm sitting right now.
Who was asking?
Okay, so my question is,
Why do you want to ask about all the atheists want to ask about hell? They want to know where they're going. Is it going to be nice? Is the Rolling Stones going to be there?
Can you kind of let him?
I'm not
ask
atheist.
the question. Can you kind of let him?
But my question is, I just don't believe in hell. Not an atheist. My question is, for hell, they speak of tormenting you and the eternal,
What was the question? Oh, keep going.
the eternal suffrage and distant. From God. How can they torture you when everything that we feel is of the flesh? Do you guys hear me?
Power, yeah. Power, can I ask you an honest question? Have you read the whole Bible?
Again with
I've only read half of it right now. I'm still working on the Gideon Bible that was given to me. It doesn't seem to talk much about hell.
Well, Jesus talked about it. And basically, I don't really do a lot of videos on hell because I'm not planning to go there, nor do I want you guys to go there. So I talk about other things. But I just did a video. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what Jesus says about hell because you asked about it. Let me answer it. Unless you were just making a comment, because I was gonna do a video on this because everyone's asking. Well, the atheists ask me about hell. I guess they want to know how to dress. Alright, I got it. I got the passage. I got the... Hey, you ain't gonna go to hell if I can help it. You're gonna get saved or die trying. Okay, listen. Hey, if I come out with a Christian rap album, I'll be there with, like, in a tank top with, like, chains around my neck. Get saved or die trying. Okay, this is what Jesus says about hell. Okay, because let's go with the head honcho. Here's what he says. He says that if thy hand offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter into life maimed than having two hands to go into hell. He's going to explain what it's like. Into the fire that never shall be quenched, where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. Now, what some people believe is, well, it's not like actual flames, but it's like the feeling. You have all your senses in hell. So what you asked was a very good question. I remember my pastor talking about that. He said, in hell you have all your senses. I'm sure it's pretty easy to...
But why would we have senses
let me,
in hell? Since
by the way...
like, pain is to make sure that we don't die.
Senses require a physical body. Touch requires hands or any other part of the
why
physical
would
body.
you have senses here?
Sight requires eyes.
Think that way.
That something's wrong.
No. How do you know senses require a physical body?
Because we know through science.
Have you died? See, you're not qualified to say that. So let's look what Jesus says. He says, I'm just telling you, you can reject what Jesus is saying, but he ain't done talking about hell. He also says,
at what part of your body feels.
where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. And if thy foot offendeth thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter half into life than having 2 feet to be cast into hell. And he goes on and on. He says, and if thine eye offendeth thee, pluck it out. So basically, what
Where is that?
New Testament scholars believe he's saying it. It's a Mark 9:42. Mark 9. Just go to Mark 9 and read the whole thing. But Mark 9:42 was specifically where I was reading. And then Jesus says, I'm telling you guys, when you read the Bible, Jesus talks about hell more than anybody, any of the New Testament prophets or Old Testament prophets. Now,
Can I say something about that?
It's funny we're talking about this. say this one real quick thing, and then we can. Do you know Dinesh D'Souza is coming out with a new book about near-death experiences where blind people are on the... I mean, how are you guys going to explain this away? Blind people that have been blind from birth, they have diabetes, they're on the operating table because they're dying, but they can see. And they even wake up, and you've heard this, and actual doctors had, even atheist doctors have said, yeah, there is something to it. He wrote a book on it where these near-death experiences where people can see, blind people can point out what color the person's hair was, where they were standing, and there is something. Dinesh D'Souza, I'm going to get that book. He just came out with it about these near-death experiences where people, they even have walked up and down the hallways of the hospital pointing out different things. I believe it. I know people that have had that. Go ahead.
Me? I want to just comment on what you said about Jesus talking about hell. It just seems like, I mean, him talking about people to hell, it just seems like that's more of a scare tactic to say. Just back then, I don't want to say people were stupid enough to believe, but, you know, kind of scared enough. I don't know what word you
What is
use.
wrong with the scare tactic? Fun Mutton and I, let me tell you, if you're not scared, you're a fool. Fun Mutton and I are motorcycle riders. We put on our gear, we put on our helmet. Well, you know what seems evil is you rejecting Jesus Christ after he died for you. You want to reject what he did for you and took your punishment. But you know what's even worse than that? Is that you willingly take hell and you reject the gift of salvation. No, you don't. You accept hell. You run to it downhill like Wile E. Coyote with a rocket on your back and roller skates. You embrace hell. Which to me, I don't get that, you guys. I gotta tell you guys something on a personal level. On a personal level, you guys, and I don't know you guys personally, but I think you guys are stupid. I really think you're stupid. Not on a personal level, because I don't know you personally. You probably think I'm stupid, but I don't understand why you risk so much for nothing. What are you gonna gain? Like Jesus said, what does it profit you to gain the whole world but you lose your soul? It's just stupid, you guys. I would say it if I didn't love you and care about you, but it's just so stupid. And now, I don't get it myself. I don't get what rational human being would be an atheist. I don't get it. Please explain to me why you risk everything for nothing. And you have no proof and evidence that it's even true.
Well, if you are a Christian...
Because it doesn't feel like we're risking.
Well, if you're a Christian,
So you
have
base
to,
your
like,
life
follow
on
all the
feelings?
rules of the Bible and stuff. If you're an atheist and you decide, you know,
You
this
said-
doesn't make sense to me and stuff, you don't exactly have to listen to every little thing of the Bible. You don't have to listen to anything of the Bible.
Well, actually, I can reject the gospel.
You feel that we're...
I can reject the gospel if I wanted to. But it doesn't seem rational to choose hell.
Shock, can I ask you something?
I didn't get the middle part there. Somebody joined.
Oh, I was talking in tongues.
Shock, do you agree that pain, sight, touch, feel, sound require a physical body?
I believe that it does require a physical body, but I also believe in hell. The Bible says you have all your senses. I can point out the scripture to you. So you can't deny that the Bible clearly says that in hell you have all those senses. Now, Blue, I know you haven't read the Bible, but from what little you've... Okay, go ahead. I'll let you talk, because I know I keep cutting you.
Thanks. Anyway, I seen in one of your videos you were talking with this atheist on the radio, and you said that we're different from animals and stuff. What really makes you think that we're like, you know, what makes you think that we are different from every single animal? Exactly. I mean, I know, of course, the physical features, but, you know, makes you think that we're, like,
objective
different.
moral,
We're not even
objective moral
considered
values.
animals.
Number one of objective moral values. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that getting a little kid and abusing that child is wrong?
Yeah.
So you do believe in moral absolutes?
You know that recent
Even like animals abuse their young too. I mean, lions. I mean, I don't know lions or tigers, but I've seen this thing on YouTube that
Exactly.
showed it. It was
Do you hear what
as its own cub.
Exactly. Do you hear what he just said? He
And yet
said,
we humans
yes,
abuse
I do.
children too.
Do you hear what he just said? You hear what he just said? He admitted that it is morally wrong, which is, I agree with you, man. I'm on the same page with you. But then you talked about how animals were different. Interesting. Listen to what he just said.
No, I didn't.
That was pure wisdom. Yes, you did. Do you believe that abusing a child is wrong? Yes, you said yes. Does everyone here agree that
Yes.
abusing a child is wrong? Well, then this is what puts us above the animals. You even admitted
The
that
abuser
animals
of the child might
abuse,
not think it's wrong.
that animals abuse their young. They kill them. So is that wrong when the animals do that? When an animal goes ahead and kills its young, is that morally wrong?
Shock, there are plenty of animals that don't kill or abuse their young.
So, Blue Juggernaut, when an animal kills its young, is that morally wrong?
Yeah.
I'd like to say something there. Of course, we may all think abusing a child is
I
wrong.
pretty much got
but
you guys on this
abusing
one.
a child will not think it's wrong. Most likely.
Blue, wait a minute. Who wants to answer this question? When an animal
I'll answer. I'm a zoologist. I'll answer.
is it morally wrong?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so there you have it. You're saying that for animals to do what's in their nature, you guys just destroyed your own worldview, because you're basically saying that it's
Consider our
morally
worldview is based
wrong.
on just that.
No, ShockofGod.
Well,
You're talking.
comparing yourselves to animals, so you obviously don't have the same worldview as animals.
Shock. You
So
asked
what
my
you-
opinion.
Just the only difference is that we're the dominant species of the world.
You asked my opinion. You didn't ask the bloody animal's opinion. You asked my opinion. You asked my opinion.
Well,
That has no relevance on it.
Of course I did.
That has no relevance on it.
Of course I did. And you said no. So what was your answer? I said, is it morally wrong when the animal kills its young? What'd you say?
I believe it is, but then again, adults kill their kids sometimes. Human adults kill their kids sometimes.
Yes, I know you.
And I also believe
Yes
that.
or no? Is it morally wrong if an animal kills its young?